Before we begin, I must confess, I did not want to go to the restaurant you are about to see. Usually, I'm excited, but this time I was feeling awful. I probably ate something bad in the afternoon, so afterward I wasn't sure I could eat anything. But as they say, the show must go on. We are back in San Francisco in part 4 of our 5-part series, discovering the best 3 Michelin star restaurants in California. Today we will go to the neighborhood known as the Soma district. It stands for south of Market and refers to Market Street, one of the main streets through the city. Soma is huge. It's the home of the San Francisco Giants baseball team, the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, and our restaurant for today, Benu. We start the day with a bit of sightseeing, with one iconic bridge. When it was completed in 1937, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. Although it's not the longest anymore, it's still one of the most photographed bridges in the world, known for its bright orange color. Why not gold? Although it would be cool, it would not be practical. They chose bright orange because it's easier to see through the fog. The bridge gets its name from the Golden Gate Strait, which connects San Francisco Bay to the Pacific Ocean. Maintaining the iconic bridge is a full-time job for 50 workers, who constantly fix and paint sections of the bridge eaten away by the salt air. It's not a job for those scared of heights. The 2 towers supporting the bridge are more than 200 meters tall. I think I will stick to fine dining. I finished the boat tour and now we check out some amazing architecture inside the Neiman Marcus building. This rotunda was originally part of the City of Paris department store built in 1909. When it was torn down in 1972, the signature stained glass ceiling was saved for the new building. Breathtaking, isn't it? Next, we make our way to Benu. From the street, we have a clear view into the kitchen, where the culinary team is like a living museum display. Stepping inside, we receive a welcome worthy of an old friend. Getting seated, we have a high-quality table and silverware, which look great. I can't help but notice how disappointing the rest of the interior is. I feel out of place here. I don't know what to expect, and I don't feel well. Maybe I should have stayed at the hotel. The only thing interesting to look at is the wine list in front of me. Perhaps that's what they are going for. The wine list contains selections of mostly France, California, Germany, and Austria. It covers a lot of bases, but not as well as some of the other restaurants we have covered on this trip. Here they have wine and sake by the glass, select beers and beverage pairing for 230 euro. The menu is fixed and features a wide variety of seafood and vegetables with a few meat courses.
Just wanted to pour a little local sparkling wine.
Drinks start with the 2013 Schramsberg Noirs. It's a California sparkling wine, blend of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir from one of the oldest vineyards in the Napa Valley. It's refreshing with notes of lemon, lime and white strawberries. A second wine is right behind it. This is a 2021 Tatomer from Santa Barbara County. It's made from Gruner Veltliner grapes and also has a citrus backbone. First up on the menu, small delicacies. It starts with a special egg. It's a traditional Chinese dish that has spread all over Asia. And it has many names. The 100-year-old egg, the century egg, the 1000-year-old egg, and the millennium egg. But in fact, it's really only about 2 months old. It's a quail egg that has been soaked in an alkaline solution. They are rich in vitamins and minerals, with high concentrations of vitamin A and calcium. Here, it's served in a ginger custard with cabbage juice. It's salty and a bit spicy, and quickly warms up my taste buds. Next, a colorful presentation that looks like a mouth with funny teeth. It's a poached and marinated mussel, stuffed with vegetables and glass noodles. Nice umami flavors and great textures. That's followed by an oyster in a shallot puree with seaweed. The flavors here were strong and satisfying. So far, so good. The next wine in the pairing is a 2019 Riesling from French producer Marcel Dice. This one is from the Alsace region, known for its German influence, and one of the only French wine regions known for Riesling. Our next appetizer is rival ear jerky, wrapped around the poached eel and radish. It's presented on eel sauce and topped with pepper leaf powder. The soft eel goes nicely with the crunch of the radish. Apps continue with a tartlet with beef tartare, blue crab and tons of uni. or sea urchin. A lot of flavors going on here, with umami and salt slightly overshadowed by sweet. My next wine is Amontillado La Cigarrera. It's dry and nutty white wine from Palomino grapes from Andalusia, Spain. Appetizers keep coming. This is not a Michelin-worthy presentation, just a bowl of Korean red peppers. But under them is a surprise. Breaded and deep-fried frog legs, seasoned with garlic and basil. No doubt, one or two of you are totally turned off just thinking about frog legs. This dish is a French delicacy for a reason. It's damn good, but you need a skilled chef to pull it off. A Michelin restaurant like this is the perfect place to try them. What do they taste like? They have a delicate, mild flavor that is like a combination of chicken and fish. The texture is unique, tender and slightly chewy, but the crispy batter adds a satisfying crunch. Next is called From the Oak. It's acorn, black truffle and Iberico ham in a Korean-style pancake. The next wine is a Burgundy white. This is a 2020 Chardonnay from Domaine Bory Champy. Dry, slightly bold and acidic. Finishing the appetizers is shaved bamboo shoots, wild bamboo fungi and fava beans in a consommé. It's super light, casual, cool and refreshing. Elegant and harmonious flavors. They managed to do it without salt and heat and create a fantastic dish with this one. So far we have seen both expert-level French and Korean cooking. It highlights both the chef's training and heritage. His name is Corey Lee. Born in Seoul, South Korea in 1977. He moved to the US with his family when he was 5 years old. At age 17, he began his career at Blue Ribbon Sushi in New York. Then, he went on to work at fine dining institutions such as Pied à Terre, the restaurant Marco Pierre White, Luca Carton, Guy Savoy, Daniel, and Les Pinas. In 2001, he started a 9-year working relationship with Thomas Keller at iconic French Laundry. During that time, he spent a year opening per se in New York City, returning to the French Laundry as head chef. In 2010, with the blessing and investment of his mentor, Chef Lee opened Benu. The name is Egyptian and means phoenix. It had people talking right away and was awarded 2 Michelin stars in its first year of operations. It received its 3rd Michelin star in 2014. So we have a Korean-born chef, trained by some of the best French chefs in the world, in a restaurant with an Egyptian name. How is this going to impact the menu? I guess we will find out. At the end of the appetizers, I can say that I really like this style of food. The service is excellent too, but the interior still has me guessing. We interrupt this episode to tell you about what is coming up. Exciting new episodes with places never before seen on YouTube. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and hit that thing. And thank you for your support. As we transition to the main courses, we are served the perfect sourdough with butter and honey. It's warm and fresh with a crispy crust. The next drink in the pairing is not a wine, but a beer. A dark Belgian ale from producer Verhafe. It goes with our first course. Inside the dumplings is supreme soup made from whole chickens, dried scallops and 2 kinds of ham. One from Spain and one from the US. I heard that one time the filling used in the Benu dumpling was foie gras, but not anymore. Why? Because now it's against the law. In 2004, animal rights activists lobbied the California state government to ban foie gras. The reason? It all comes down to how they make it. To make foie gras, geese and ducks are force-fed and prevented from moving around. This process is called gavage, and it makes the liver grow abnormally fat. This didn't sit well with activists, who called it animal cruelty. The court agreed. Players in the industry fought back, but the ban was upheld. The law states that foie gras cannot be produced here, nor can it be served in restaurants. Today, you can still get foie gras in California, but it must come from out of state and delivered by a third party. This dish is still great with lovely temperature and complex flavors. The next drink is a sake from Japan. The following dish comes in 2 parts, along with a special rice from the southern tip of Korea. First is halibut, seasoned with fermented chili and herbs. The second is classic Korean spread of lettuce leaves, salad and seaweed paper. This allows us to make hand rolls with the ingredients, a common thing in Korean barbecue restaurants. The fish is perfect and has a nice herbal heat to it. My next wine is a real surprise. It's a 2021 Provence Rosé. I have never seen this wine anywhere except in my ONE Michelin star restaurant back in Hungary. It's a great rosé, elegant and full, fresh and exciting. Coming up is another Korean fusion dish. This is local sable fish cooked Jeon style. Jeon is a fritter in Korean cuisine made by seasoning fish, meat or vegetables and coating them with wheat flour and egg wash before frying them in oil. Very nice delicate flavors and contrasting textures. This is a 2011 Spanish red from the Rioja region by producer López de Heredia. It's perfect for the main course, quail. It's barbecued along with asparagus and homemade XL sauce. It comes with black trumpet mushroom cream with quail jus and steamed homemade dumpling, pan-fried on one side to a golden brown. Beautiful dish. One more wine to go with the last savory dish. It's a 2021 Pinot Noir from the Marsanne appellation by Sylvain Patil. It's paired with beef simmered jorim style. Jorim dishes are made by short braising and then simmering the main ingredient in a sauce until that sauce is reused. The meat is incredibly tender and nicely marbled. But for me, the spotlight goes to the vegetables and the kimchi, which is absolutely legendary. Their fermentation skills shine on this one. Excellent dish. The savory courses are over and it's time for a palate cleanser. It's exactly what I need right now. The flavors include watchae, a Korean watermelon punch, strawberry, ginger pear, plus a Korean superfruit called omija. The name means 5-flavor berry, and it has sweet, sour, salt, bitter, and pungent notes. It has been used in Korean medicinal tea for ages, but recently has made a comeback in all sorts of products. I can speak on those, but it's amazing as a sorbet. My final drink of the evening is a Perle-Nice Rosé Champagne. It's fruity and fresh, and it's served here to complement the Perifors. Here we have a gooseberry dipped in chocolate, a sweet rice biscuit roll, a grain sandwich with almonds and dried persimmons, and finally a milk pudding infused with caramel, salt and seaweed. All very interesting and showed me something new. Before we go, we are treated to a frozen malted rice tea with a pine needle broth and twisted peppermint bark. This thing shatters with a light touch. It was like paper Mentos and it melted on contact with the tongue, leaving our breath minty fresh. On the way out, we pass by a pillar of signatures and into a garden where they make soy sauce the old-fashioned way. And that is going to do it for Benu. What can I say? I made it through and now I feel better. Actually, I'm glad I didn't like the interior, because it made the contrast with the people even more beautiful. They work with freedom, passion and joy, and fill this place with wonderful energy. It's like when a violin plays in perfect silence, filling the space with its sound. And I got to taste some fantastic Korean fusion from a chef with an outstanding track record. Walking in, my expectations were low, but like a phoenix, this place rose up and was born again. Even if the interior doesn't shine, the food and the team definitely do. And that does it for this episode. Don't miss the next and final installment of The Best of California, where we visit the iconic French Laundry. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it.
You can call me stupid.